Be the soundtrack, be the love we make. Let your love flow and shower us. Let your love flow and shower us.
Peace and love, peace and love. Hey, I didn't realize. Anyway. What's good? It is officially 2022 now. Today is actually Sunday, the 2nd. We are in 2022 right now. And I'm excited. Because I know that things are about to get better. Things are about to get better for the things that I'm involved with. And I guess I'm choosing to be specific in saying that things are about to get better in things that I'm involved with, because I know some people may see this, or some people may feel like, man, 2021, wasn't good, or, whatever the case, it was. Whatever it was for you, some people might be feeling like 2021 was awful, or even 2020 was awful. Maybe even 2019 was awful. I don't know. Like, people might have a different idea of how these years have been, but for me, I would say I don't feel like 2021 was a bad year for me. I think 2021, just like 2020, was filled with a lot of opportunities to grow, a lot of lessons to be learned, and I believe that I was able to receive a lot of those lessons and messages and see where my life was, and seeing how understanding some of these concepts and some of these lessons could change my life for the better. Come on over, bro. I got you. So, like, as a matter of fact, I overheard somebody at work. I didn't overhear. They were talking to me, but they were talking to me, but they were talking to me and like 2 other people as well. And they said that 2021 sucked. Now, that wasn't necessarily my story. I do feel like there were a lot of things in 2021 that could have gone differently, or that I could have possibly handled in different ways. So for me, it was like 2021 didn't suck. 2021 just presented some opportunities for growth. And I think it really depends on how you view the world, or how you view your existence. So with that being said, I think it's almost like 2022 has to offer some bigger and better things for me, because I didn't see 2021 as a year that kept me from living. yeah, I know we got the pandemic going on, and a lot of people are getting sick, a lot of people are being affected, people are dying, and I don't want to make light of that, because I know that a lot of families have been affected by this pandemic. But I didn't feel like these past 2 years were like sentences of, staying in the house, you can't do anything. Yeah, that's kind of what I guess the mandates kind of encouraged, for you to stay home. But if you working at home on something for yourself, that's not really a sentence. That's really like a blessing. To be able to be at home more and focus on what you need to work on, what you need to complete, what you need to improve, what you need to create, what you need to start, what you need to do. But if you viewed that time as, man, I ain't gonna be able to go to the club now, man, they tripping, man, I gotta wear a mask if I wanna go to this and go do that. Like, and I'm not knocking anybody lifestyle. What you do is what you do. That's for you to do. I ain't here for that. What I'm saying is 2021 for me was not a bad year. It was a year of learning, a year of understanding, a year of growing. Just like 2020. These past 2 years, I have definitely, more so, well, I can't say more so, both years, 2020 and 2021, I learned the value of silence. I learned how much power is in not responding and reacting to everything. I learned how much power is in taking some time to really analyze and understand the situation before even feeling the need or desire to reply, respond, or react. And one of the biggest reasons I think I was led to that was in this time of being home, it just kind of put me into a zone, in a space where I was having a lot of time to think and process things, and figure out my life, and I kept coming to this conclusion or understanding that I wasn't pleased with where I was in life. Like I'm 37 now, and I always dreamed of being able to be successful and have wealth, and I want to be able to wake up one morning and say, I feel like going to Hawaii and just book a flight to Hawaii without fear, worry, consequence, without the burden of, but I gotta work tomorrow. I've always envisioned this life of being able to be free to move how I want to move, right? And initially I thought that lifestyle was going to come because I was going to be a huge, I thought it was going to be because I was going to be a huge musical celebrity. Between that and an athlete, I thought I would be one of the two. I would definitely be a millionaire by now, in my 20s, and I'll be able, excuse me, and I'll be able to live the life that I want to live, right? Well, that time of being at home, or this time of being at home these past couple years, has really allowed that to sit in, because you're sitting at home, you got, you could be studying or reading or, learning things, but, you also got some time where you're spending some time enjoying social media, right? So when you're enjoying the social media, you're seeing a lot of people traveling. You're seeing people, doing things, going places, exploring, seeing the world, and you're at home, and you're like, you're being reminded that, hey, this was the life I said I wanted to live one day. And I'm not comparing to those people that I saw. I'm saying those people reminded me of something that I said I wanted to do. They reminded me of who I said I wanted to be and where I wanted to be at this point in my life. And they reminded me that I wasn't there yet. And that was, for me, that was needed. I didn't shy away from that. I wasn't offended by that. I wasn't angry about that. That inspired me. That inspired me. That inspired me to get back to that mindset, get back to that dream, get back to the idea of how I wanted to live my life. Life and work and things like that have, over the years, pushed those ideas so far out of your mind and so far out of reach. And we end up kind of just getting locked into, well, I gotta work, so just, if I don't work, I can't pay my bills. And that's truth. That is truth. That a lot of us right now work jobs, and if we don't go to work and don't create that income from that job, we won't be able to do really anything. So seeing all these people during this time reminded me of what I really want out of life. And so instead of being depressed about it and sad about it, oh, I'm in the house, I just decided to get busy and start working on myself and start working on things that will put me in position to live that life that I once dreamed of. It doesn't have to be a past dream or, forever. It doesn't have to be just something that I just used to want. Like, it can be something that is still achievable. But it's up to me. It's up to, in movies and TV shows, they always, in moments like this, they compare it to the question, is the glass half full or half empty? It really depends on your perspective or your perception. It's how you view this time. Do you view this as time that's keeping you from being able to do things? Or do you see it as a time that's giving you the opportunity to do things? I saw it as an opportunity to do things. I saw it as an opportunity to become the person that I want to be. So I've been taking this time. I've been spending a lot of time working on myself, and I've done a lot of had a lot of that conversation here in these videos when I talk about different experiences that I'm going through and how I understand them, or how I have learned to understand them, or how I'm learning to understand them. versus how I used to understand them or how I used to receive them. Somebody could say something to me back in the day that would move me in this particular way, but today I understand the value of silence. And so if someone comes at me in a particular way, I don't have to prove myself to them anymore. Like, what does that do? Other than, probably create an even bigger problem for both parties. We going back and forth at each other trying to prove who's the loudest, the strongest, the biggest, the richest, the smartest, and for what? That's just gonna hype somebody up. That's gonna, get a lot of people on the wrong energy. That serves no purpose in my life anymore. I want to spend my life, of course, first and foremost, I have to work on myself. I have to continuously work on myself, and that is important to me, to stay committed to improving my life and myself. It starts with me first, but after me, I have decided I wanted to live the rest of my life improving the lives of others. So it serves me no purpose to have arguments and fallouts and all this kind of stuff. Like, that's not my energy. I have no desire to do that or be that person. But I learned a lot of that during these past couple years. There was things that was on my mind. The idea that I did want to, have a better attitude, and I wanted to not be a yeller, you know what I'm saying, or a rager, how I once was. I can remember times, there's a lot of apartments that I've had with busted. That's crazy to even say it, but like, I done punched through closet doors and drywall, and angry rage, just throw tables and stuff like that. Like, man, it's even crazy to say that stuff now. But that is how I was moving. That's how I was handling certain situations. But I had to learn and grow from that and get out of that.